You know, it's a funny thing when all of the Disney people start to get angry about something, when all of a sudden their eyes are opened and they see a problem at the parks, they have to talk about it. No, not at their own parks. This is a park that's actually in Osaka, Japan, and it's the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness ride, which is, of course, coming to Epic Universe later next year. Let's talk about all the controversy here with Donkey Kong here on That Park Place. We're going to talk about Donkey Kong in just a second, but I want to start here on this part of the discussion. A large crane arrives behind Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom. This was my first roller coaster, this exact roller coaster. And to me, it's one of those things when you're a little kid and you're scared to get on roller coasters, you just got to know that, no, it's just fun. So I don't remember what age I was at when I finally got the courage. If I say too little, who cares? If I say too old, people are going to be like, you're a pansy. Maybe I was when I was a little kid. You got to get past those fears, though.
I was.
Big Thunder Mountain, awesome roller coaster, but it's going to be down for an entire year. I think there's going to be a partial retracking. There's no word whether or not they're going to be putting in the dynamite effects that are so famous over there at, is it Disneyland Paris that has the dynamite?
Regular Disneyland has it, right, Vash?
Yes, the regular Disneyland does have it. That was added with the 2015 retrack.
Mm-hmm. But the Donkey Kong roller coaster is causing quite a stir. While the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is going down, we've got a lot of people. I'm not going to say where they are in the ideas about how Disney is great or what, probably pixie dusters. They're very upset about certain aspects of this roller coaster right here. I'm going to say it's a little bit of cope, but this roller coaster right here, and you just showed the clip right there, Vash, of a section of the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness roller coaster that they don't feel is themed enough to be worthy of a family coaster denomination here in the Orlando area. Forgive me if that was word salad. This roller coaster, by the way, looks like a ton of fun, and my kids can't wait to go on it. But this hallway right here is apparently causing a lot of trouble for guests.
Yes, I would say so. There's a lot of people that are going online right now and criticizing both Nintendo and Universal pretty good for these specific indoor sections right here. I think a lot of people, they had it built up in their mind that these were going to be extremely highly themed experiences, and I think they are. But because of the execution, at least when it comes to and I think this tweet attached to this video actually lays this out. But the sunlight and the light bleed really illuminating this scene to a degree that maybe takes away from some of the effects within it, really has a lot of people upset because I think a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on this and we're looking to view this coaster as almost like an e-ticket attraction. And I think the reality of, maybe it being more closely associated with the family coaster is becoming ever more apparent.
Yeah, I mean that section is not good. It definitely does not look good. I don't want to say it's gonna ruin the whole idea of this attraction or whatnot, but I mean, it's not what I would expect from something like this. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there.
This is one of those things that I don't, maybe I'm being hypocritical here, and there will be people who will call me hypocritical for this, but I don't know that I care. Like, if I can see, there's a roller coaster track in front of me, if I can see that boom arm off to the side, that doesn't break the immersion for me. So knowing that there are girders above me in one tunnel, that's not a huge deal for me. Now, like a busted animatronic that is staring at me with those empty eyes as I go by, and even though the lips aren't moving, is still talking to me, that takes me out. But seeing a little bit of the show building there, I think they need to fix it. But this, to me, does not stop this from being a grade A attraction here. And maybe it's not an E ticket, maybe it's an A ticket, or we don't even talk about the grades below E ticket here. So is D ticket almost as good as an E ticket? I don't care. Whatever is under an E ticket. This is one that
it's more so the walls than anything else. It's just why is there nothing on the walls? It literally looks like you're going through an unfinished area of the ride.
And the ceiling as well. This ceiling, I think, is getting a lot of criticism as well. And look, I don't think it's and I think these are justified issues. I think with this attraction, again, if they minimize that light bleed to the extent that you really didn't see those things illuminated the way they are here with full sunlight and everything, I think we wouldn't really even be discussing these issues potentially. But because it's so illuminated, it really does kind of take you out of it. Now, it's interesting, Jonas, you bring up e-ticket and One Below. I remember John Lasseter talking about Radiator Springs Racers back in the day, calling it an F ticket. So I don't know. The whole scale is off. You can see right here, though, the final scene is revealed to us now that Donkey Kong Country is officially open. And this scene actually looks, in at least in my opinion, pretty good. I do like this quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing, too, with all of this is that there are like the gimmick of like the jumping tracks and so forth. I do think actually works up pretty well as well. That was a big a technological feat for Universal in order to implement this attraction right here and bring it to life. So I think there are a lot of positives with this, but again, there are definitely some negatives. The other thing too that people are having an issue with primarily is, well, the wait times. You can see right here, 200-minute wait for the actual attraction single rider, even that 110 minutes. Why is it so long? Well, because the capacity for this is quite low. You can see right here, 13-second dispatch means 1,100 per hour actual, which means plenty of you are not going to get on this ride for your single day trip at Epic Universe. The throughput on this has been kind of an issue. Even though they've implemented this kind of constantly moving load system right here in order to minimize or to maximize on this efficiency, it's still, you're talking about single car vehicles that only hold 4 people.
One thing I'm going to add here as well, and this might sound like an excuse, but it's true. It might be that the camera is picking up a lot more than your eyeballs would if you're going through that hallway very quickly. So this is one where I'm going to need Pro to pay for a ticket for me to Epic Universe to test this out, to find out whether or not there's actually a dark tunnel gate here. We're just coming up with gates here. So,
and here's the thing too. There are going to be modifications to Donkey Kong Country specifically from the Japanese version, because Epic Universe has the distinction of having a little bit more space to work with.
Blessing of size? Is that
the
what
blessing
we're
of
talking
size? About? That's right. So like the waterfall effect, for example, is going to be an actual waterfall effect, not just a mist screen, for example. Perhaps they were able to extend this specific scene out in order to cut down on that light bleed. We really don't know yet what the Epic Universe version of this all entails. But so far, some people are disappointed. I think, right at first.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see when it comes down to it. Marvin, do you have any thoughts here? You're probably going to be the first among us to go to actual Epic Universe when it opens.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you got to hope that something like this that looks like a utility corridor, that's not going to be the case in Epic Universe. They're putting so much care and so much work into everything that they're doing. I can't imagine that it's going to debut looking like this, like with the look, that ceiling. It really looks like they just forgot to finish this one area.
It's possible. It's possible.
Like they ran out of money.
Now, as far as the camera and the lighting thing, if you, and this is something that is totally lost, because as far as we're concerned, there's like a Pix or it didn't happen or video or get out of here kind of mentality here. If you can see things with an iPhone in the dark, you can see things with an iPhone that you can't see with a human eye. And it may not look as great, and then your eyes can adapt and you see other things. So if you go through Tiana's Bayou Adventure, you're going to see different things than you see on a camera's POV on a Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I do agree. This is something that maybe they should put some paint in there. Maybe they should cover up these girders. Maybe they should just theme them a little bit more so they look like the in-universe silver railings or steel railings they've got on here. But I'm looking forward to this still, and it looks like it's going to be a fun coaster regardless.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.